All right, folks, I want to take this time to address the ongoing feud between Candace Owens and Kimberly Klacik. Candace Owens, of course, is a prominent conservative political commentator. Kimberly Klacik was a Republican candidate in Maryland's 7th Congressional District in 2020 in both the special election and the general election. Now, the issue between the two seems to stem from Candace Owens making some accusations against Kimberly Klacik on social media as pertains to the way her campaign funds were spent during her run for Congress. You may remember Kimberly Klacik made headlines. She had some slickly produced campaign videos of her walking through sections of Baltimore and claiming she was going to make things better and that she was going to win, so forth. And she proceeded to be crushed not only in the special election, but also in the general election. And I think she raised somewhere near like $9 million, which is a lot of money in a single congressional race. So the question becomes, where did the money go? What did the people, the thousands, hundreds of thousands, or however many people donated to her campaign, what did they get for it? You basically could have fielded a generic candidate with almost no money and yielded the same result. So I think that definitely deserves some looking into. Candace Owens made some specific accusations on Twitter, I believe, and also on an Instagram video that she had posted. And as it pertains to certain LLCs that were formed just right around the time of the election, and a lot of money went to them. So I guess there's some suspicion that the funds didn't necessarily go towards trying to win the election. Now, a little bit about Kimberly Klacik's background. She apparently was a former stripper, also worked at a strip club, and Candace Owens said that Kimberly Klacik was what they refer to as a madam, which is somebody who apparently procures, goes out and tries to find women to work at the strip club. I don't think Kimberly Klacik has been fully vetted. She just sort of came onto the scene, raised a bunch of money, and has nothing to show for it. Candace Owens, for her part, has been accused of being a grifter, but I think she's proven her mettle, so to speak. She's been on the scene for a lot longer than Kimberly Klacik has. So I definitely think that Candace Owens isn't just going to come out and make these accusations without having some background information that we don't necessarily have. Now, there's an article in the Washington Examiner which discusses Kimberly Klacik filing a $20 million lawsuit against Candace Owens for defamation, which most of us know that defamation is a very hard thing to prove in court, so that's probably going nowhere. Candace Owens posted on Twitter, said, Kimberly Klacik is a former stripper fraud who has me blocked on every social media account since I exposed her shady FEC, Federal Elections Commission filings. She launched an obviously frivolous lawsuit about me calling her a madam to distract and avoid questions about her FEC filings. So ultimately, where does this go? I certainly don't think the defamation suit's going to go anywhere. I think maybe some journalists out there are going to give a fresh look to Kimberly Klacik's FEC filings. She's certainly somebody, like I said, that really hasn't truly been vetted. She does have a bit of a shady background, not Not to say that everybody who's ever been a stripper is a bad person or whatnot, but it seems that her husband, who's like 20 years older than her, also owns the strip club or owns similar type establishments. So that whole thing is a bit of a shady world. So I think if Kimberly Klacik has some skeletons in her closet, that they're definitely going to come out. So on this one, I'm definitely going to lean towards taking Candace Owens' side on this. Usually, when she goes after somebody or comes out with these type of accusations, she's proven correct. She's been vetted. She's been through the gauntlet. So I definitely don't think she's going to come out and make these type of accusations unless she's pretty assured based on background information she's been given, that we're not necessarily privy to. So it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. It's certainly Republican on Republican or conservative on conservative feud, which doesn't really do much to help the movement, so to speak. But I think Kimberly Klacik misled a lot of people in her run for Congress. She raised, like I said, upwards of $9 million, which was completely and utterly useless. That district is not a winnable district for any Republican. It doesn't matter who it is. No Republican's ever going to win that district, no matter. You could spend $50 million there, and you're not going to win. And that money could have been better spent in other winnable races, especially when Republicans almost won the House in 2020. So who knows? $1 million in a handful of races could have flipped enough seats for Republicans to take the House. So if Kimberly Klacik wants to actually help Republicans, I think she could be better served maybe raising money for other candidates in more winnable districts than actually running herself, at least in that particular district. It's like a D plus 27 district, and the Democrats always getting 65, 70+% of the vote. So it's not a winnable race there. So I don't know. We'll see what her future holds. This could be the beginning of the end for her. If maybe she'll just fade into the background and we won't hear much from her. So we'll see. But let me know what you all think. I'll post a link to the Washington Examiner article so you can read that for yourself. And I'll see you guys soon.